What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at BetOnline.ag.
From the Boston, just your initial thoughts on being drafted by the Celtics?
Can you repeat that again? Sorry.
Yeah, just your initial thoughts on being drafted by the Celtics.
Honestly, I was drafted by the best franchise possible. It's the most historic franchise in the league. It's a franchise that my grandfather actually talks about every single day because it's his favorite team, and I grew up watching Boston, and I was a fan of the years when they won the championship, because my brother was a Lakers fan in contrast, and we always competed in that. So when I heard my name drafted by Boston, I kind of just sighed in relief because I know it's a great location. I know it's a great team, and it's a lot of great people around. Danny Ainge is a fantastic basketball mind. Same with Brad Stevens, the head coach. He's a guy who knows the ins and outs of basketball, the X's and O's, and I couldn't be more excited to be able to play for the Celtics.
Grant, I'm wondering, Brad Stevens here in Boston said you were one thing that stood out about your interview with the team and with the Celtics was how intelligent you are and how much you bring to the basketball court in terms of your basketball IQ. And I'm wondering how much pride you take in that and how much you think that can help you at the NBA level.
I do believe it's my biggest strength. It's something that I have to rely on and have to take advantage of because of how much time I've put in, but it's also something that I will continue to learn and grow because I'm not perfect, and there's a lot of things that I can learn. So for me, it's always been about surrounding myself with great people, and the Boston organization, there's a lot of fantastic basketball minds. So I'll be able to learn quickly and also be able to make an impact immediately. I'm a guy who is going to try and do whatever it takes to win and make an impact in any way possible. So the fit for me was just coming in, using that intellect and using that ability to make an impression, but also be someone they can rely on and trust.
Grant, can you talk a little bit about what that you guys had last year in the NCAA? We had Admiral here and the point guard Bones. They were talking about that. What did you guys learn through that process?
We learned how hard it is, how much time and how much effort we put into the gym, how it was all paying off. So there was a lot more that we could do. And we also learned that everything comes with competition. Everything comes with the ability of understanding your teammates, and that's how we were so talented. We worked on it for 3 years. We were guys who no one thought could be in the position that we were in. And that's something that we have to keep that mindset, that we'll have to grind through everything and do whatever it takes to be the best players and people that we can be in the world. So for us, that's what we learned with that deep run, and understanding that there's a lot more for us to get better at. There's things we can improve on, but we also have to reminisce and understand that we did a lot of great things. And I couldn't be more proud of what we accomplished there at Tennessee.
Thank you.
Yeah. Grant, the Celtics really value versatile big men. How do you kind of see yourself fitting in just from a basketball schematic standpoint?
For myself, I'm a guy who can guard multiple positions. I'm a guy who, on the offensive end, can initiate the offense, but also be a guy who's screening, moving the ball efficiently, and knocking down open shots. So I feel like I'll fit very well because of the versatility that I bring. I look at a guy like Al Horford for the team last year, of how he could bring the ball up on the break at one period in time, and next thing you know, run the court and be spaced down the wing, or be posting the ball up and initiating the offense with the split action. So I love the versatility that Boston plays with, the free motion on offense, the offensive end, and defensive schemes, being able to switch and give guys like Jason Tatum, who's a prolific scorer in the league, and Jaylen Brown, and the talented guys already on the team, the ability to focus on the offensive end and me be able to be tough and guard some of the best players and be able to make an impact in whatever way needed.
Grant, last year the Celtics kind of weren't the best at getting to the free throw line. That's obviously a strength in your game. You shot really well from the free throw line, and just where does that aggression come from, and how big of a part is that in opening up the rest of your game, just attacking the rim?
I feel like it just allows me to show my toughness and show the ability of strength that I do have and possess. being able to initiate that contact with the defense and create those opportunities to get to the free throw line and get easy baskets is something that I love to do because when you put that pressure on the offensive end, then they have to deal with you on the defensive end with the same intensity. It's hard to maintain throughout the course of the game. So the biggest thing is just coming with the intense mentality of being aggressive while also understanding how to play a game the right way and taking advantage of how guys guard you. So that's how I always play the game, and understanding that it's one step at a time, but being able to play at a high pace and high intensity will typically allow you to take the advantage.
There's been a lot of talk here in Boston about kind of hitting a reset button a little bit in terms of maybe going with younger players and kind of rebuilding what this team had going for it 2 to 3 years ago. How exciting would that be for you to be part of something, with guys like Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum already in place? How exciting would that be for you to be now part of maybe a version 2.0 of that kind of young core?
If you think about Boston over the years that they've always had youth and they've grown. You look at when Paul Pierce was growing with Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen in their primes. You look at dating back to when Kevin McHale and Larry Bird were youthful and playing with the most intensity possible. It's something that I'm blessed to be a part of, and I'm glad that Boston wants to have me a part of in the future and be able to add to guys who are intense. You know how Marcus Smart is with the toughness he plays and the intensity he brings to the court every single night, as well as Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, being able to initiate that culture of whether it's working hard but also being a tough-minded team who is versatile, can guard multiple positions, and also attack you on the opposite end with no hesitation.
Last question for Grant. Grant. Romeo Langford got selected a few picks ahead of you, and then Celtics took Carson Edwards in the second round. Just what do you know about them as players, and what are you looking forward to working with them as fellow rookies?
I'm looking forward to the fact that they're both talented offensive players. They're guys who know how to put the ball in the basket, but also know how to create for others. You look at how Carson made an impact at Purdue of leading them to the lead and actually beating us and showing how dynamic of a guard he is and how he can put the ball in the basket while also being able to play off the ball and be able to run off screens and knock down shots at a high level. And then Romeo Langford being a guy who may not have played due to injury, but has shown over the course of his time how versatile of an offensive player he is, and on defensive end with his size and his length and ability to guard multiple positions on the wing and guards. So I'm excited to be able to be part of this rookie class to lead to the future along with the veterans that are already there, and Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Gordon Hayward, and all.